All right, hello everyone. Today we're going to take a look at how to calculate percent composition. Okay, and before you forget, make sure you slam that like button, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. So we're going to look at percent composition. Now you guys are really familiar with percentages, right? So let's say you get a test back and you got test was out of 20 questions, or it had 20 points on it, and you missed, say you missed 2 points, you minus 2. Okay, well, and if the teacher just writes that at the top, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go, okay, well, I got 18 points correct out of 20, and you want to know the percentage. So you're going to go to 18 divided by 20 and find out that what you got a 90% on that quiz or test. Okay, so let's think of what we're doing with percentages. We're taking the partial or percentage, right, a portion, so a part out of the what? Out of the whole. Okay, and that's how we find percentages. We want to take, okay, well, what part did we get correct, or what part makes up this out of, hey, what do we have as the total? All right, so let's look at how percent composition takes a look, or it looks like in chemistry. Again, it's no harder than this, though. What part did I get out of the total? Okay, so let's see an equation, or let's look at a chemical. Okay, let's say we have zinc carbonate. So now might be a good time to pause if you're, to get some practice with writing chemical formulas. Pause, write this compound, unpause, and I'll have it up here and you can check yourself and see how you did. All right, so zinc carbonate. Zinc has a 2+ charge, carbonate has a 2- charge, so we're ZnCO3. All right. So if we have this compound, well, some of it is zinc, some of it is carbon, and some of it is oxygen, right? So if I want to find percentages, well, first I need to find out the total, or the whole. Well, how do I find the whole of this? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the molar mass of this compound. Okay, and if we think back, it's been a little bit since we've used molar mass, but molar masses are grams per mole, right? Or how many grams I have something per 1 mole of it. And we find these values from the periodic table. So their atomic mass is also equal to the molar mass. So we go and look. And zinc, and I'm going to round to the nearest whole number. Zinc has a molar mass of 65 grams per mole. Carbon has a molar mass of 12 grams per mole. And oxygen has a molar mass of 16 grams per mole. But for every 1 zinc carbonate, I have 3 oxygens, so I'm going to take that times 3. And then I'm going to add all these up. 65 plus 12 plus 3 times 16. And when I come to find out, is my molar mass for this compound is 125 grams per 1 mole of zinc carbonate. All right, so if I had 250 grams, I'd have 2 moles, so remembering mole calculations, stuff like that. All right, so this whole compound has a mass of 125, 1 mole of it. So let's break that down. Let's break it down by percentages. Well, not all of this 125, if I had a 125 gram sample, not all of it would be due to zinc. Not all of it would be due to carbon, not all of it would be oxygen, but a percentage of each of this total is due to each one of these. So let's determine what is the percent zinc in zinc carbonate. Well, how do I find percentages? What part over the total? Well, in this case, what's my part? My part is zinc. Okay? All right, so what's the mass of zinc? In this case, zinc is 65, right? Because I have 1 zinc and it has a molar mass of 65. So here's my part over my total, 125. So I take that out, I divide that out. So 65 divided by 125, and what I come out with is, and you multiply by 100, sorry, got that step. And we find out that zinc is 52% of the compound. So for any sample of zinc carbonate you have, 52% of the mass is due to zinc. Well, can I do the other things with carbon and oxygen? Yeah, sure we can. So carbon and zinc carbonate. Well, in this case, carbon has a molar mass of 12. I have 1 of them. Total mass is 125 times 100. So I equals to 12 divided by 125. And carbon in this case is 9.6% of the compound. And we can do the same thing again with oxygen. Oxygen and zinc carbonate, so we have 3 times 16 divided by 125 times 100. And what I come out with entered that wrong. I come out with oxygen is 38.4%. Okay, so percent composition. What are my steps to it? The first thing you want to do is find the molar mass of the compound. Then you want to find the mass of the element in that compound. And your third and final step is divide the mass of the element by the mass of the compound. And you multiply that by 100, and that gets you your percentages. Okay? So percent composition, pretty easy. You guys are really familiar with percentages. Always think back to test. Hey, what do I do in a test? What did I get divided by the total? Okay, so what portion is zinc divided by the total? All right, the only other thing, making sure that we calculate molar masses correctly. All right, let's do one more example with a different compound. Say I have magnesium. Okay, magnesium nitrate. Magnesium nitrate. So magnesium has a 2+ charge, nitrate has a 1- charge, so there's my compound. All right, if I want to find the molar mass of this, I have 1 magnesium. Okay, so I'm going to look it up, 24 grams per mole. Plus nitrogen, and how many nitrogens do I have? Well, I have 2 nitrates, right? So this 2 distributes in there. So I have 2 times 14 grams per mole. Plus, and I have 3 oxygens per nitrate, but again, I have 2 nitrates, so that's going to distribute in there. So I actually have 6 oxygens, all right? So when you're finding molar masses, make sure you pay attention to parentheses, and also make sure you have to write the formula correctly too. You know, if say I wrote magnesium nitrate as this and didn't pay attention to balancing charges and stuff, well, that wouldn't get me the right answer. Okay, so make sure you balance those charges and stuff like that. So what you come out with, the magnesium nitrate has a molar mass is 148 grams per mole. Okay, so if I had 148 grams of magnesium nitrate, I would have 1 mole of that substance. All right, and this will also be good to help kind of introduce us back into mole calculations. It's been a little bit since we've done those, but they are rather important. All right, I hope this video helped explain percent composition to you guys.